Hello sellers, Amy Rogas here with the Farm Ranch team of Century 21 Integra. This video is meant and directed towards the sellers that currently have listings with me, and it's to go over the addendums and the changes that are happening within the industry. So first of all, I wanted to go over the transition addendum to the exclusive marketing agreement, and I did send out an email earlier today. I want to go over that, not only what I had typed out to you, but also, I guess a little more detail or help to explain it better. So if you have, when we originally made the agreement, offered cooperating compensation to the buyer's broker, you can still do that. But as of tomorrow, August 17th, those offers of compensation will no longer be published in the MLS. And so that is what this transition addendum to the exclusive marketing agreement outlines. It's acknowledging that they will be no longer listed on the MLS, and that you acknowledge that the compensation is not set by law and is fully negotiable. Also, just because you offer the compensation doesn't mean that you are necessarily absolutely going to be paying it out. There might be an instance where a buyer chooses to pay their agent directly out of pocket so that they don't have to roll that into their loan. And so, yes, I mean, it's a good way to talk about it. It's an offer of compensation, it's not a must. It's kind of similar to when a seller may offer to pay for a home warranty or may offer certain personal property items. Doesn't mean the buyer has to take them up on it. So you can look at it in that way. However, it is helpful for those buyers who might not have that and a lot of money saved. They're already going to be paying for their down payment and their closing costs for the loan. So if they don't have a bunch of money saved where they can bring their buyer's compensation amount to the closing table, then that is when they would either take you up on that offer or just, flat out ask for it in the when they make the offer on your property. So there is a sentence in here also where you can check that offer of compensation shall not be paid via the multiple listing service, but you authorize the brokerage to communicate the offer of compensation upon inquiry. So it will be likely that when a buyer sees your listing and wants to come see it, I will be getting calls from the buyer's agent asking if you're offering compensation or not, and that is when I would disclose if you are or are not. Now, there's also a disclosure sheet that we can fill out and leave at the house. So if you are offering cooperating compensation, we would fill out the notice of offer of compensation, and we just leave it at the house or post it on the window and just letting people know that you are offering compensation and what that amount would be. Then next is the seller agreement to pay buyer's brokerage compensation. And this sheet is going to be included in any offers that you would receive and on the old, what we call the 7.0 contract, until they come out with the new contract that will work this into it. This addendum would be accompanied with any offers, and that is it says buyers offer to purchase the real estate would be contingent upon sellers agreeing to compensate the buyer's broker as follows. So whether you automatically offer the compensation or not, this addendum can be used with the buyer or from the buyer when they're asking you to compensate their broker. And then there is, there is a notice of no agency. So there are times when a buyer might not be represented for the reasons of not wanting to pay for representation or not able to pay for representation. And that is when us listing agents will in fact be showing the house on, because of course we are working for you, the sellers, and so we want to get everyone in the house that wants to see it. And if they do not wish to be represented, then we can have them sign this notice of no agency relationship, but we can still show them the house and give them some limited real estate services. And then lastly, there is a marketing agreement modification. So if from the time that we originally got together and took the listing to now, if you want to change your decision about offering cooperating compensation to the buyer's agent, this marketing agreement modification form would be the one to do it on. And it would be paragraph 4, the second row, where other brokerage compensation shall be changed from X to Y. And we would just need to have that conversation as to, if you do want to change it, what you want to change it to. So I think that is it in a nutshell. How this is going to transpire is yet to be known. I think that with the price bracket of a lot of my listings, I'm hopeful that buyers will have additional funds and can pay their agents directly. However, that's not a given. It's just a guess. I think that these changes in the industry are going to mostly affect the first-time home buyers. And if you have any other questions on this, please give me a call. There are constant changes going on. In fact, one of the sheets that I had attached earlier today has already been modified a little bit. There was a couple typos on there. So what I actually send out for you folks to sign might just look a tweaky bit different. But I will be reaching out and touching base with each of you tomorrow. It is Saturday, and then I do need to get these signed. Our time is of the essence. So any questions, I encourage you to reach out to me as soon as possible. Thank you so much for listening. This is important. And so, yes, if you have questions, let's talk. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.